Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Welcome back to the ESA Cup. We are now at week 2, Group C. I'm here with Hotnix, and we've got 3 good BO1s for you today. Tell me, Hotnix, if I'm even pronouncing your name correctly. How are we doing today? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. You're pronouncing my name correctly. I know it's a bit difficult to pronounce it as a English speaker, but yeah, I have some great, exciting matches for you guys today. First of all, firstly coming up is underrated versus Wii Sports. I mean, should be quite exciting here to see how they will be
All
playing.
right. And with that, let's talk a little bit about the teams that are going to be playing today. Starting off, we have underrated esports. Their players will be R27400, Anvi, Geov, Cyborg, Mitch, Paki, and KG. Sorry, name slander again. And then for Wii Sports, we have Alfla, Fesk, holy moly, Phantom, Venom, Jouet, whoa, Bergie, on Hedgeski, and Weedy. I am so good at mispronouncing names. And if we can, let's go into a little bit of the standings for what we've had up to this point for this upcoming match or matchups. So far, we have Tracker Clan at the top with 3 points, side by side with West Sports, with Molotov Gang and Underrated Esports right behind them. So, tell me, what can we expect out of this game for today and from these teams that we have coming up?
I mean, it should be quite interesting. I mean, underrated, of course, they are currently at one loss, but they are at it wasn't overtime loss, so they still got 1 point at least for themselves, and they there's a bit of a technical issues on our side. I mean, on my side, so could you take over for a second?
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Let's take a look at the map bands. Let's see what we're going to be playing here for today. So far, looks like we're going to be dealing with Chalet once again. Earlier this week, we had 2 matchups on Chalet and a little bit of a mix-up of Bank. We'll be starting off with Underrated Esports on the attack, West Sports on the defense here. And before we actually get into the matches, let's go over a little bit of map statistics, shall we? See how our map presence has been so far. And it looks like our most popular matches so far, from what we can see, is going to be Chalet, Oregon, and Clubhouse, with the other maps having overwhelming ban rates. So expect a lot more Chalet coming forward and possibly once again in our future maps. But who knows? Maybe we'll see a pocket pick like Bank once again. That was an interesting match to see. But with that being said, we do have our lobbies ready to go. Our teams are getting ready to match up. So, with that being said, let's get this party started, shall we?
That should be quite exciting. I mean, on the maps today, of course, we saw Nighthaven and Concept being banned a lot by these teams, and I I would hope or expect to see these maps being played a lot more, maybe in the future, because as of now, it's only group stage. It's just best of one, so teams aren't really wanting to show their map pool as much. So we will see a bit more of those like popular maps that have been in the map pool for a while, like Club, like Chalet, and like Oregon, for example. These 3 maps, I think, will be overwhelmingly picked by these teams so far. But in the next few group stages, like the Swiss stage and the playoffs, I think there will be some teams that will go for that like kind of wild card pick and go for Nighthaven or Consulate, because I don't I don't think there'll be many teams that will be practicing these maps, as I mean, they are quite new and they're quite different to everything we've played. I mean, I saw a lot of teams even outside this tournament that complaining about like, oh, Consulate or Nighthaven are they're a bit confusing, or they they aren't really willing to play them as much as the already slashed map. So teams that are willing to go for that change and attempt to do something interesting on these maps, I think they'll go quite far in this tournament in the later stages. But for now, we're stuck at doing Chalet. I mean, it's a really good map, I must say, but yeah, we'll be seeing that coming up very shortly, I think.
Yeah. And the important thing to note as well is usually for these types of leagues, you don't want to pull out your full strat book early on, especially in the playoffs. So it's more typical to play these more popular maps, not to have as wild of a round differential, just make push into the eliminations, and that's where you want to pull out the full strat book. So I think that will be more, or we'll see those less popular maps down the line. But like you said, for the time being, the three standard maps that we have kind of went over based off of, OPL from what they've seen as overall as the most popular bands, I think that will continue to be the pattern, and we'll continue to see Chalet just enough to get that round differential and those wins high enough. But then after that, we'll see some less popular maps in order for these teams to secure their positions as far into the eliminations as they can handle. And with that being said, it's time for the match. Let's get into Chalet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Going to the French Alps. I think it's France or it might be Switzerland. I'm not sure. I think it's France. We'll go into Chalet as we see some beautiful pictures coming on your screens right now presenting the map. And now we go into the operator bands. I mean, for this one, in attack, I would be expecting a Flores band. Flores is quite strong on this map, especially when attacking bar. Shields are really quite heavily utilized there. But first up, Ying, which is, I mean, also quite a good ban from rushes. Again, on bar, Ying is really
Very common ban.
played quite a lot. Yeah, it's common ban, but also commonly played on those rush strats. And then Maverick, which is quite a weird ban. I mean, I guess the Italian team, which will be underrated esports, maybe they want to play a bit more of bit more downstairs on defense. That's kind of the only spot where I see Maverick being played quite a bit. And as we go into the third ban, it's going to be Mira. I mean, very common ban on almost all of the maps that are all currently in the competitive map pool. She's really strong with those black mirrors. The only way to kind of counter her is, I mean, of course, there's smokes. You can melee the window, or you can use it switch jump, but still, that's limits your ability quite a bit on terms of what operators you can pick and attack. And finally, Solus, the drone hunter that is really annoying to play against. So, Wii Sports elected to ban her. And now we go into the first round of Chalet in this first matchup of Wednesday today.
Yep, and it looks like starting off, we'll be playing over to office master bedroom for Wii Sports here. I'm going to see a common composition, or a pretty standard composition with Wamai, Mute, and Frost as well. Frost can be a real hazard for teams that like to try to walk in at an out-of-pocket moment, try to create that sudden and unexpected space. Well, having Frost can really put a severe halt to that. But we will see possibly an IQ from Mitch here over on Underrated Esports, which can be very useful for helping to get rid of that vertical utility that is denying that office entrance. Can really streamline that process for Zoe here to get that wall open. Once again, I do apologize if I butcher any of your names, and I'm more than open for corrections here. That's usually how this has to go. But with that being said, looks like 2 drones are going to be down 4. Underrated Esports, most of their utility going to be up 3. Still potentially pre-placed 1 over by top boost there. So we could be seeing a library-sided take here, which is exactly what we're seeing so far with 4 players moving over from library side. Possible spawn peek from Weedy. Who knows? We're going to see some shots come out from Afla, trying to get whatever damage he can. Not going to be to any success here. And here comes the initial entry. Getting some presence over by the windows. Hitski trying to hold that window, but not going to be committing there just yet. Claymore set in place. Getting their grounds just set up. And now the initial push into library begins. Not seeing too much as far as on or entry denial. But as I say that, Weedy will be able to take Love out for an early pick onto that initial entry. Weedy looking to possibly take another here. He's going to be able to get that drone, but there's going to be another one close on site, and that's going to be one under the control of Afla. That info for Weedy could help just to push things out at the right timing and isolate those 1v1s. But that drone, it's got perfect eyes on Weedy. Could cause some problems. There comes the hop in. Nothing quite yet. They do have information, perfect information on where Weedy is. Just a matter of time for the clear out, and the shots from Window's going to come in. So going to be able to take Weedy out. Fest getting Cyborg in return. Fest going to get an impact out, try to get some damage out there as the teams start to make their way up the blue stairs. But Finke will be able to get Fest out before he's even able to make his way up to blue stairs. Now having library control, but with 2 people down. However, with Hardbreach still up on the board, we will see Finke take another pick onto Hiskey. Now down to a 3v2. Walls now open. It's all up to our anchors here to try to get whatever denial they can, as Underrated Esports is making no pace of slowing down anytime soon. Making good progress here. You're going to see an aggressive swing from Quavery. Going to be able to take that headshot onto Finke. Now down to a 1v2 as Afla is able to hit those shots onto the single doors. Now it is all up to Mitch by the mezzanine. She has the information on where they are playing from. It's just a matter of isolating those 1v1s and those crossfires. Going to be peeking the head height holes. Not going to be able to see one. Try to take the fight onto Piano. Gets the diffuser back into hand. But right now, Westports is playing this rather safe here, not peeking too aggressively to give an isolated 1v1. Trying to bait out Quavery to swing, but she is not falling for that so far. With 20 seconds left on the board, she's going to have to make a move here. Gonna hop in through the rotate. Now onto side, but running out of time. Gonna have to make a plant or take a gunfight here, but is not able to clear out Quavery take out Quavery successfully as she finishes him out for a first round going to Westports.
Yeah, looked a bit shaky there in the kind of mid round where they lost that advantage they took in the early round. But with those 2 really nice picks from Quavery and I think Husky was left there at the end, cut it down to a 1v2 and won out the round in the end. Nicely done by Wii Sports and Underrated. I mean, it was a nice try by them, as now Wii Sports head downstairs into kitchen. I mean, it was quite an interesting round, and there's potential for Underrated Esports. They might be underrated in this matchup. I think most people expect Wii Sports to win. I mean, they started off quite dominantly this their group stage with a 7-2 victory against, I don't remember who they won against, but still it was 7-2 victory in their second place in the group. So I think they're the favorites to win, but Underrated definitely showed that they aren't slouches either, and they also have that potential to get an upset victory here as we head into round 2 and the action phase.
Absolutely, it's still winnable for both teams, and I mean, Underrated showing that they are indeed underrated with taking that first round. But I do feel like it really came down to a bit of overzealousness from Underrated there. Once they got that wall up and started getting that control with a person advantage, just kind of waltzing in, allowing for those picks. And we do see Underrated taking a little bit of damage on that initial entry instead of an outright pick, at least so far. Fest taking some heavy damage, still up on the board though, trying to still peek yet again to take Fankill out, but instead in return taking even more damage here, and is going to get down off the head eye holes, trying to go for a little wall bang headshot. But Fanky only taking minimal damage here, as now down but not out. The Nitro going to go out, not going to connect, destroying some piece of utility there. Fest will get res, but is still at very critical HP. Alpha taking a bit of damage as well. A lot of pop shots coming out, but no picks quite yet. We're going to see an aggressive hold on to the window. Going to get a drop and a possible 2K, but the swing from Cyborg coming in just in time for the refrag. Now starting to get a bit of that second floor control over by Off's side. They still got a problem is Solarian to deal with. Now, Womai going to pick up the shield, but they're going to just push right through the deployable. Weedy taking some damage with Quavery taking shots and a refrag in the result. They're going to have second floor control now. You're going to be able to get that vertical, but they still got one more still in Solarium. That's going to be Weedy, able to take one pick. Cyborg trying to get that refrag, will be able to take it with the assistance of Soji as well. They now have that full vertical control, and with a minute and 13 seconds to spare, they have plenty of time to snuff out these defenders. Jones going to spot Hiskey here. They've got all the information and the utility needed to get this party started. Match is now going to be popped open by Kitchen, and was Soki over on the Buck. There's no hiding for Wii Sports. They're going to take the second round. They're going to have to figure out where those nooks and crannies are that they're going to be able to stay alive and hide out. Shots coming out onto Gemini, going to get even more information on them while they now proceed to move down the stairs here. So far, just trying to slowly creep their way in and stay alive. Fesk trying to watch for the vertical, but they're both pushing down onto the horizontal. Ping's going to come out. Cyborg going to be able to take Hickey, but So's going to get taken out in return as Cyborg finishes the job onto Fesk.
Looks really scary there how they lined up for Fesk there, but still Underrated win it out. And I mean, we saw them go fully for that full top floor control to get vertical play onto the side. They got Ram, they got Ash, they got Buck, a lot of soft breach utility stacked up there to get that vertical control. And I mean, it was kind of justified with how Wii Sports set up the site. I mean, we saw them completely abandon trying to deny office with both of those walls on Master Bedroom reinforced, and the kitchen actually choice, which I found really, really strange, because they're top floor people that are trying to deny attackers getting the top floor control, and they're doing it again. They can't rotate down. The only way to rotate down is through those Slayer stairs, and in some cases you can't really do that. So a lot of teams elect to open up that hatch and have that safe option to rotate out. But I mean, we see some adaptation actually from Wii Sports. I mean, we saw that on top floor. They did make head holes now on that wall that they reinforced last round. So maybe that will help, but I don't think it'll help a lot, as we see Afla. Oh no, was he reinforcing the basement hatch on fireplace, or I'm not sure what he was doing there. But now that's all breach coming out as Ash is able to destroy those castle barricades and deny this rotate option for Afla, who's now stuck here on top. But he gets a kill. Oh my, that's the ace of the board. He still gets the hard breach, but still, that's only one ace charge out. I mean, kind of half charge out initially, because the second got denied. Now it's in a 4v5 situation, just a minute into this round.
Yeah, losing that hard breach so early on was not an ideal situation.
Oh,
Mitch is gonna
no.
lose her life as she turns around at just the last second. Very unfortunate siege timing there, but we're looking at a very different situation here, in which pretty much there is full control over second floor in favor of West Sports. Unlike last round, where things got a little bit dicey there. Now, Benko's all on his own, trying to get as many picks as he can all the way onto site. No diffuser in sight, though, with Glove getting picked off now, or Geo getting picked off. Now up to Cyborg, who's now making his way, or her way onto site as well. Be taking heavy damage here, but will get down thanks to the Solarium player. That's going to be Fesk here, now down to a 1v4, who is now boxed in the corner, but just is not able to stand their ground with how many converging onwards, giving West Sports another round. Totally different story for the vertical there.
Yeah, definitely. I think they tried to go for just go inside. I mean, they were successful, but didn't have the fuser in hand, and neither did they have really the side control. They just had that kitchen, which there's a lot of angles they need to contest in order to have actual control over kitchen. And yeah, Underrated not able to again replicate their success that they had taking the site, and Wii Sports going back up top where they won that first round, and they're gonna want to replicate that success again. And hopefully they'll be able to, as last time, Underrated not really able to even go inside the map, as just they got picked off one by one there, especially by Fast playing on the top fireplace. It's gonna be a crucial position to deny for Underrated, where oh, never mind, they switched off the Nook away for the ace instead. And I think they're gonna go for a rugby push yet again, or actually never mind. They might be going for a Solarium push this time, which I think is quite a good thing to do. Maybe shake it up a bit for their team, and Solarium push can be quite powerful as well, although a bit more difficult team play wise to execute. We need to wait and see how they're gonna go about it.
Yeah, the main thing is about finding that opening, and usually that can be a lot easier said than done, and they've definitely got the setup. However, we do see Geov already out by the balcony, going to be looking to try to get that initial control as soon as possible be here. But right now, we're not seeing too much aggression here from West Sports, except for Alpha by the window, but the Hopin already coming in from Trophy. Alpha trying to take another, but kind of stuck in a corner here unless he chooses to back off. We'll see the rotate. Drone's going to spot him out. Is he going to commit to this fight, or is he going to fall back entirely? Because he's in a risky spot. But he will commit as Cyborg will manage to catch West out. Quavery trying to take a fight in return, but Fanky will be able to get Quavery out as well. However, not without Mitch and Cyborg getting taken out thanks to Alpha. Now down to a 3v3. One lurker still on the board here that they're going to have to clear out. They know where he is, but it's just a matter of whether they actually get him out or not. Because they've already suffered 2 losses thanks to this person. They know where he is. It's just a matter of taking that fight and getting a move on. Because with 1 minute and 27 seconds, they haven't even advanced onto the second floor that much. Oh, but there goes Geo taking Alpha out. And now they have that full first floor control. But with one still hooked up in Solarium, they've got some ways to go. Especially when you got that Nitro. And there comes the shotgun drop. And Ash is just completely caught off guard with that hit. Now Fanky trying to take Weedy, but knows that shotgun is not anything to mess with, especially with the buffs that they've got with. Flash is going through, tries to push up, but the shotgun once again gonna knock him out. Now all down to Soki, who's still on the window. Nitro goes out, not gonna be able to connect here. They've got a good line of sight on him, but here's the thing though. He still has Diffuser. He has some time, not a lot though, but time to rotate if he so chooses. Gonna opt, try to rotate around. Gonna get some good damage onto Weedy here. Rotating back up the Solarium stairs. 30 seconds left. He's gonna either have to force this commit or back up. Gets the down though, but now comes out to the fight with Weedy and he wins it. Or Hickski, I'm sorry. Able to take both of those fights thanks to that rotate to get just enough damage for the body shot kill to really count there. That could have been such a different story, but the way that he moved up Solarium stairs proved so huge. The timing working just right.
Yeah, Wii Sports, I mean, they kind of over-aggressed there at the end, overextending Solarium. They didn't really need to contest that Solarium. Just could have played into sight and even waited for him to plan, because he didn't have a lot of time. He only had about 30 seconds when he went up those Solarium stairs, but in the end, proving ineffective. And it was a good win coming out from Sogji. I don't know how you pronounce that username, but it was a good win by him. And I'm a bit confused that mute play coming out from Weedy. That was huge. Going from a 3v2 into a 1v2 just from going down those Solarium stairs, catching out the Ash and the Nomad off guard at the end proved to be just huge. And if they continued that play, it could have been a round win, but yeah, Wii Sports not being able to convert. I was a bit confused because they went to go and try to kill Aflac downstairs there, which I didn't think was really needed. He got pushed into dining, which he can't do a lot around it. I mean, there was a Nomad that he was just Nomad those doors off, and bam, Aflac just stuck there, and they can continue to work on Solarium, and as well as they didn't really push out Weedy from that crucial position where he was playing. So yeah, that was a bit of mistakes happening as already the first pick coming out from Wii Sports. Husky taking out Giovi's head on that window position there. And now in a 4v5 situation, Rosie's out. Oh, Afla getting a bit of damage there, but also being able to Rosie down is Weedy catching out Mitch. And another one being caught out by Fesk, and now it's a 2v5 situation, just coming down like flies, underrated, not looking too great in this round, as a minute in, they already lost 3 people and might lose a 4th here. Again, cannot pronounce him. Ace gets a bit of his HP taken off, but oh, there goes Funky with a kill on Quavery. Still, 2v4, 1 minute and 45 seconds on the board. Scrap it, 1v4. Kills just coming in left and right. I mean, what is going on?
What's going on is what West Sports does best from what we've seen so far. When it comes to that initial entry, they have done a really good job when they win those rounds of outright denying Underrated the ability to get any kind of initial control. Once Underrated has some kind of seeds of control, they take that and go right for the throw onto site. But so far, what we're seeing is exactly what West Sports does right when they win these rounds, is that initial denial, taking 3 off the rip when they started to get that initial control. The lurk and their position, their coordinated positioning to deny the initial entry costed Underrated Esports so much into losing that round to West Sports. That's pretty much what West Sports needs to keep doing, is just denying that entry. Maybe not so much overextending the aggression onto physically hopping the window, but repositioning around their initial entry and punishing as much as possible when they try to isolate those ones from those off angles or off positions, such as Goyo over by basement main stairs. That kind of positioning is what gives Wii Sports the edge and puts Underrated Esports on edge. However, make no mistake, Underrated Esports really does have that ability to turn around and absolutely take site as they please when they are able to get near or onto site, even at the cost of a major disadvantage. They have a strong setup and execute. They just need to get to that point. That's where the issue is. And make sure they're holding on to their main utility just long enough to get that setup for their execute. Because that setup is everything to them. And when they get outright denied in such a violent fashion from Wii Sports, it makes for quite a tricky situation.
There is, and now, I mean, it's the last round of this first half. After that, Underrated will go into defense. Wii Sports gonna go on to attack, and Jovi already going into the building and trying to lurk around downstairs here, trying to get up these main stairs, already getting control of Fireplace. He might get a kill here if he expects it. I don't think he has any info. Oh, and looks away. It nearly cost his life. It's 50 HP gone for him. Afla rotates back to side. No HP lost for him. Quite a nice trade there on HP, although no kill done. But Jovial, though, he did basically take control of the whole downstairs here and allows his team to advance into the library, into that top Fireplace position, knowing that there's no one downstairs. There's not gonna be any AC4s coming down. And already Jones coming in, and Underrated wasting no time, just getting control of piano, getting control of office, and now IQ with her gadget, using it to look at some of those pesky devices. Getting those meat tremors, gonna shoot them out. But oh no, Affluent takes her head off. Immediately traded out by Fanky. Trade coming in again by Quavery. A bit overextended there. And what are they doing? Mitch just coming into the bathroom. Gonna cause a bit of pressure coming in onto Fesk, who's down by a nade. And Quavery is killed as well by Mitch. Nicely played there, although quite risky. And now it's a 2v3 situation with Weedy and Husky downstairs inside. But Weedy has proven himself that with that shotgun, he can do some massive plays. And he's already doing that in that Harry Potter position in Trophy. Just waiting for someone to rotate down here in Slayer Stairs. Oh no, he did not get droned. They don't know where he is. They think it's clear. Now Mish is going down. One more left. It's a 1v2 now as Husky gets another one onto Jovi. And now it's Koji left all alone. And he's going to be coming out. Weedy rotates out of danger here after the danger spot and gets the kill. Wii Sports, they know how to get back from those 2v4 situations perfectly. Really nicely played by them, and Underrated stepping in that trap yet again.
You give an inch, you give a mile to Underrated Esports, but apparently they needed 2 miles that time around. West Sports absolutely retaking it back. And I want to say that was so nice of Mitch, how he was able to rotate into bathroom. That was the inch, and the mile was getting 2 picks onto office, but that missed drone costed them so heavily. This is what I mean, where Underrated Esports on attack, they have to get that setup and that execute if they really want to let their full potential flourish. And what Wii Sports now for the 4th time did not let that happen. They got that inch, got that mile, but they just couldn't take it further as they got caught out multiple times by those staying off site. And that's where I think what Wii Sports' best sites for that half was playing on first floor because there's so much open space for you to tuck, for you to hide, for you to cross angle and ambush any attackers trying to go for 1v1. And they did that so well. And I mean, that just pretty much gave them that round, having that opportunity to ambush underrated esports, trying to get the execute after they secured that control. Even with a person advantage, it's all about those off positions and pretty much not playing it by the default in an area as open as first floor, and they did that so well. But it's another story to see if we'll see the same thing on the half. Alpha already getting aggressive onto head height holes, trying to take those fights an initial pick immediately. Now having full library control, not even a minute to a round, that is some fast control that is going to serve them very well. And with 3 anchors, underrated esports is really looking to hunker down here. Not something you see every day, but that's going to cost them, as they're going to be able to get that wall open. They're going to have to play a little bit aggressive here because esports is getting some much needed control very early on, and that can be a huge pain for underrated esports here if they don't figure something out. And with the pacing that they're playing right now, they could very well be in some deep trouble here. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, currently Wii Sports, they take quite a bit of mind control, but kind of stalling out here. I mean, it's good to get a bit slower down here as Fask kind of pushing alone from the Solarium side, I guess, trying to... Oh, never mind. There goes the first kill as Funky gets Quavy. That's the ace of the board. Breach is still open, so it doesn't really matter as Husky takes out Skoji. Now, he's already in piano and contests Funky, but Funky on fire this round, gets the kill, and Fask still tries to get a pick onto Gyovi, who's playing in Solarium, and if he isn't careful, he might take his head off. And Fenrir is gonna be a crucial kill as Husky is on this main window contesting Cyborg here, but oh, what a timing as Mish rotates into Closet here, and Funky's now left all alone in office. It doesn't matter, Mish gets another one to Husky, and now Fesk finally gets Gyovi here. It's a 3v2 situation. Fesk and Afla left all alone here with 35 seconds left, but they still have a chance as Afla takes control of piano. He's trying to get into sight and catches out Fesk. He doesn't expect that he's already in piano, but now the info is there. Fesk gets himself into office now and gonna plan behind the half wall. But Afla, I think, is overextended and pays his price with his life. Mish gets the kill, and now Afla is up in this 1v2. He gets one, and now it's all up to Mish with the shotgun in hand. Nothing Fesk can do. Shotgun to the face, just one shot, one kill here, and seals the round for underrated. Their first defense going quite well here.
The shotgun is so strong, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the new meta, the shotgun, brought to you by Mitch on the mutes. But I mean, they had the setup, they had the controls they needed to really start pushing in. And I mean, they even pushed them back all the way to bathroom and office. They had full clearance to get that plant, but we saw too much aggression from Wii Sports there, pushing that far up, and it put the last player on a particularly straining situation where they had to aggress after that loss. I mean, sometimes it's better to just play it back and let the plant go down and, you know, hold those angles, hold the line, because they had the opportunity to do that. At least I believe they do. My connection cut out a bit. I didn't see if they dropped the fuser, but I mean, they had, assuming they had diffuser, they had every opportunity to play that back instead of going for picks, but they overextended, trying to push them as far back as they could. It costed heavily, allowing for underrated esports to further close that round differential gap. Now we move on to basement.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed Fesk had the diffuser because he went to the half-wall position where you usually start to plant, but apparently he might not have. Yeah, I'm not sure again, I didn't see it. But the first time we see basement being played here, and it's interesting that Bar is not picked. I thought Bar was the best site for defense on this map. I mean, it's quite difficult to attack it, but neither team wants to go there as main beach, by the sounds of it, is being opened here by Fesk. Not much contestation, not much contest here. Only Fesk being playing here, but still, even that possibility that someone can be playing there denies the defenders the ability to play in that position, as most of the attack is going to be concentrated on getting control and the breach of the wine cellar here, as she's being placed, but they don't have any other hard breach except Fesk, so that's going to be interesting what they're going to do here. Yep, Fesk is rotating up and going to be trying to get the breach open onto wine, but that means there's only one breach. Oh no, he gets annihilated by Funk. Weedy gets the pick for himself, but it's a 44 situation. Only one breach on that main garage is open, and now they're trying to file in to this one doorway, but Cyborg gets the kill and gets it down. Now there's one more there. Husky gets a kill, but still they need to file into this one doorway or rotate it all the way around and go through garage. Things are not looking good for Wii Sports.
No, they're in a really bad situation. After losing that top control and that funnel, they cost him quite heavily. Ooh, but the nice tap from Weedy turned things around just a little bit better. But the problem is they still have a major funnel go through, trying to put the shield down, but gets its toes tickled by Fenky. Now down to Weedy here. This is why you want to have two hard breaches for this site. They lost two people thanks to that funnel, and now it's up to Weedy to try to force their way down with no nades and only a gun to boot. But that gun can do a lot of damage. It can force 1v1s, but they're going to know exactly where she is, and with the type of positioning that Underrated Esports has, that's going to be easier said than done. Got to be able to push through, though. This is going to help to break that positioning, possibly force a 1v1. Just got to take this fight. Is going to be able to get it down now. 5 seconds left. Going to have to go for a plan, but instead is going to force a gunfight with the shorty, but just cannot make it, as her chunkiness gives all of the heads up for Fanky to finish that fight out, hold the corner, preventing this shorty blast.
I was scared there when she ran into blue and looked at Funky. I thought that was going to be over, because that shorty, it packs a punch if you're ADS on a close range. That could have been it for Underrated Esports, but still playing it well, not overextending, not going for kills, playing it really well here. Unlike Wii Sports, who got bitten in the butt there on their defensive half. And now we see Bar finally being taken by a team. As you see here, Doc is being played, and I think I know what he's going to try to do, or I think I know, because there's only one position on this map where Doc could be really crucial here, and that's the so-called bitch corner in Library, where, I mean, that corner, the only way to kind of get a person out of there is by an aid or by a capital bolt. And if you throw a capital bolt in there, Doc is able to just deny that. He can out-heal the damage that he can take from that fireball. So it's quite interesting, and I mean, that's the only reason why you would pick Doc on this site. So it doesn't appear that he's going there. So that's interesting. So my theory goes out the window here, as Wii Sports going for Solarium take here either way. So we wouldn't have seen that. They're getting quite a lot of control here, as Afla is wasting no time already in Trophy, coming out those Solarium stairs and being droned in. They'll see the castle barricade. They'll know no one is playing or contesting that part of the map, so they'll take it quickly, get that breach, and gonna start nading off those shields, especially on blue. That shield on blue, if they don't nade it, that's gonna be over for them.
Yep, and now we already see the push is starting to come in. We do have Fanky on that look down by West Main. Could possibly catch Alpha here, but there is a Claymore. Gonna have to take the long way around, but as long as he plays his patient, he'll be able to get that pick, take out the Claymore, and now has retaken that West Main control. That Nitro from below can be quite a menace here, as we see a lot of upstairs presence here that can make a lot of that could cause her a lot of concern on that vertical. We will see Fesk be able to get Mitch down, though. Gonna be able to even that out now to a 4v4 as they get that top-down control, getting those walls open now. Still got to deal with that blue hall or deployable shield, which could be an ache or a sore side for Wii Sports. But considering how isolated they are right now, that might not be the case with only having one there. Serious damage being taken out onto Fanki and Zoki. It's not looking too great for a 4v4 with having such control. Gonna have to start playing a little bit together or aggressive here. We will see some aggression, though, from Fanki, trying to get that headshot for the swing. Gonna take even more damage, though. However, Nitro still there. We're gonna see Hisky take glove out, Weedy get Fanki, and there goes the coordinated push. Now down to a 2v4 with all the control in the world to do some serious damage and get this plant going. But with the blue stairs hold, that could pose a problem. However, not looking the right way as Wii Sports does their due diligence and clears them out both.
Yeah, good round from Wii Sports, and that 4v4, I mean, that was basically a 3v4. That Mozzie wasn't going anywhere from that position. And I saw Gyovi try to help him for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, it would be really hard to help, and he lost his life because he was trying to save Mozzie there, which, I mean, he was in a position where there was no escape. Unless that hatchet got popped and he would be able to rotate down. That was basically it for Mozzie playing and dining, so I don't know what his plan was there, and ultimately it might have cost him down because a 3v4 situation, it's still winnable. It's one pick away from equalizing, 2 picks away from getting that man advantage. At 2v4, it's going to be a lot more challenging to win that out. And yeah, underrated, losing that round, but still, it's 4 and 5 on the total score. It's still winnable for them, still winnable for either team, as Wii Sports one round away from getting the match point, but underrated, only 2 away themselves. So still, anything can happen in this matchup, which is really close, and I really like to see that being being played even in group stages. Really like to see that.
Yeah, you don't get as many close matchups, especially when it comes to group stage where everyone's trying to sort themselves. You usually have a more dramatic differential. But like I said, with having a more common map like this, it's more of an even playing field. But what's not so much an even playing field is Alpha already being on site in Fireplace, holding that lower angle. If she's able to creep up behind the defender's back, she can do some serious damage. We've seen that before with Mitch on attack, walking all the way through Bathroom. So we could see a good amount of damage here if Alpha is able to do the same, as we do have some lurk presence. However, Leaky will throw some flank watch downs, going to put out their position, but will establish that they do have that full first floor control, as well as Library, at least on the south side here. But we do have Geoff trying to push out. Going to have some gridlocks in the way. Soft wall could be potential for some damage here. Try to catch a wall bang, but not going to be able to see any effect with whoever's there already fully up the stair. Thank going to get taken out with Geoff taking Alpha in return. Getting a little bit of control, but at what cost? Seal trying to get some control, trying to contest Blue Hole, but Hitski going to be able to take him out. Cyborg taking some damage, but fortunately going to be able to get that healed out. The run out from Geoff going to be able to take Hisky out. Now down to 3v3 here. Still not making too much as far as contesting control. Some picks here and there, but we're still in the same spot as we were about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, I mean, get around by Geoff there, getting those 2 picks. That was really nice by him, and equalizing the scoreline. With a minute left, it's going to be difficult for V Sports to get into sight. Still, C4 coming out from Rich. He's playing really close on Piano and gets the kill as well. It's a 3v2 now with the West, being a really low HP, and Quavery not being too good on health himself, but Mitch getting a bit of a gunfight. But the Ferrier trap!
Oh my god!
Still sees the Rich, and Fesk cleans it up as well. It's still Giovi still alive on a triple kill, and Fesk left all alone in this 1v2 situation. 1 HP, 1 bullet, enough to take him out. But still, he has a gun, and still, it's 1-shot headshot. And underrated, needs to be careful, and they are just waiting for something to happen. The Ferrier trap, killing away Fesk's position. He finds it, gets it. Oh, but Giovi doesn't stop him. He knows where he is, gets the pre-fire down and gets the round for his team, equalizing the scoreline into a 5-5.
Yeah, I mean Westport's there. They had that setup, but the problem was they just could not flush out those angles there. Just could not get the timing quite right. And even when they started to get into office, we saw that one of them was not covered by the half wall, and that unfortunately resulted in that swing from Piano's side. Really hard to cover that from that outside office balcony, which pretty much costed them the round. But overall, pretty close. They got that immediate control of fireplace and library, but they just were not able to move in beyond that. They were kind of in a tinge there, and were not really able to flush them out. Plus, that Fenrir utility really causing a bit of a problem for them trying to walk in. We almost saw a straight pick from the mute there from Geoff, but not able to secure it as that smoke didn't come in quite in time to fully obscure him on the swing. But regardless, still upholding a very close match here as we now move on to basement. We're still going to see only one hard breach, no secondary hard breach. So who knows? We'll see a similar result to what happened last time, because as we saw, they tried to push through a funnel, and it did not work very well.
I just want to correct, there are 2 hard breaches, Thermite and Ace, this time being picked by Wii Sports, so that will allow them to get that wine wall without needing fast to rotate all the way out. But he already lost 50 HP, I'm not sure from where. Maybe a spawn peak, or maybe it's just an impact there.
Oh yeah, you're right, there's Ace.
Ooh. Yeah.
I totally missed that.
Yeah, it's easy to miss. It's a lot of operators there. Is still the thermite breach is being opened despite the attempts to impact trick from Soji from that drone hole. I think he impact tricked one, but not the other. And now it's open. The garage is open, so that position
there you go.
Being denied. And now, yep, Ace doing his magic here. There are 2 meat jammers there, so really didn't want that hole to be open. But still, Jovi now playing in that corner. I think, yeah, he's playing in that corner with that shotgun. That's a deadly spot if he isn't zoned out. He pushes out. He gets Husky. And I think he can get the floors here. Quavery, 1 HP. Yes, he gets it. Jovi on a double kill. Trying to get a triple. No, he cannot get it. Afla still takes him out, and now it's a 4v3 situation. Still, the hard breach is open, so it's gonna put a bit of pressure onto the side as Mitch is lurking around. He might find it. Yes, he does. Weedy takes him out, and now he's upstairs on that top west main position. And Afla is gonna need to be careful about that, as well as the site. As Mitch, it doesn't even matter. Skoji finds him, and now it's Fesk all alone outside the snowmobile garage. He's gonna just be waiting for something to happen, because it's a 1v4 situation. And he doesn't even have the diffuser. The diffuser is all the way on the other side of the map, so that's gonna be a bit difficult for him to make anything happen. They know where he is, converging on his position. Now it's on 1 HP. 1 bullet is enough to kill him. It takes some pot shots onto Funky and Skoji, but.
And the worst part was that they didn't know where he was at until he started taking those shots, until he shot at the camera. They gave him all the information. Ooh, but Underrated looking to get a little aggressive here with the run out from Sochi. Not going to pay off there. And now 3 off on the board, 2 lit. One of them heavily hurt here. 14 seconds left. Is going to have to make a move. No smokes, no flashes. Gonna have to force a gunfight here. Try to make something happen, but I don't think that'll be the case unless they overaggress again. We will see that with Fanky, but with 2 more still having to clear out, 1 just sitting comfortably on prone. We already knew it was gonna happen. That round is gonna be going to Underrated Esports.
Really well played by them, and Jovi with that shotgun really nicely aggressed onto 2 people there. I think overaggressed onto Affleck. I think he just wanted it for the clip. Still, his team being able to win it out and putting them onto match point. A bit of a comeback here from a 3-5 situation. I think that's what the scoreline was at one point. Now Wii Sports, they are looking not too great. They need to get this to overtime if they still want any chance to win and at least bag a point here. And as Underrated goes onto Kitchen, which is a bit of a more difficult side to defend here, as you basically need to defend 2 floors, or else it's gonna be a bit difficult here. As again, we see the hatch being reinforced into master bedroom, and I still don't get why you would do that. I mean, that hatch is really, really good to rotate out and even take pot shots if the attacking team gets control of kitchen, not the top floor. So I don't know, maybe there's something that I don't know, as Mitch placed his fire canisters onto windows and barricades, clearly not wanting that fast push to happen, and having more of an indication that someone is coming. And Funky on the cap can as well. That's an interesting pick that I haven't seen in a while in a competitive setting. So we'll see. Maybe Wii Sports could be caught out by it, but they do have a Twitch who can destroy that utility. And oh, Jovi as well, looking downstairs in that same corner where he got that play as mute.
Ooh.
Funky getting the first kill into Quavery, and no idea where from. It's shooting for one more, but Afla takes out Mitch. But Quavery, oh, that's their thermite as well. Oh no. Without a thermite and without a hard breach, I mean, they still have those small hard breach charges from Afla, but that's not enough to reasonably be attacking the site. Does take a bit of damage from those good canisters. It's a 44 situation, but even still, not looking good for Wii Sports. Oh, never mind. It's looking a bit better as Koji over-aggresses, overextends, and now it's a 3-4 situation. So there's a chance, but I don't know. Without a hard breach, attacking kitchen can become a real nightmare.
Yeah, it's going to definitely create a challenge. And as long as Underrated Esports does not overextend here, push out too far, giving them a further advantage where they can force a way in, they should have a solid chance here. We're going to see Gio throwing a Nitro, giving away where she is for Alpha, but doing minimal to no damage here. You're going to see it start to have that vert over bar, though, but Gio trying to take this fight onto Alpha, who's trying to clear her out, but with no success so far. Gonna barely miss her at the hatch. No damage taken. Close headshots multiple times. Ooh, but the feet shots on Alpha to take Geov out. And now it is a 2v4. They're gonna try to walk in. Weedy does, but Cyborg's gonna shut that down, bringing it down to a 2v3. Alpha's still on the board to be able to hard breach any hatches or walls, but whether that actually goes through is another story. And with 43 seconds on the board, they're going to have to get going here, as they still have to push through a funnel with many open areas. But Alpha being able to force that fight onto Cyborg. Now down to Fanky here, holding towards back of sight. All pushing from the same direction. There's still potential for Underrated to take this round if they play as correctly. 22 seconds left on the board. They're going to have to push this funnel. No Nitro left on the board. Smoke's going out. Only option here is going to be to take those fights. Red ping out, going to be spotting exactly where they are and when they push in. He has a unique opportunity here. They start to push in. They are now onto site. Plant now going down thanks to Hisky. Now with 4 seconds remaining, going to have to take these fights, but is not able to thanks to Fest. Holding back by the door on the prone to cut him off before he has a chance to deny the diffuser. Giving the round to West Sports, now bringing us to overtime.
And I think that was kind of poorly played by Underrated. They got that first pick onto Thermite, and when he get that pick, and I don't know, maybe he didn't see who he killed, but I mean, they should have seen it coming, that no breach is coming in, nothing is being breached. The Underrated should have just kind of slowed down, relaxed, and just sat back inside and waited for Wii Sports to just come into their hands, but they didn't. They tried to get some more picks, and ultimately it cost them the round and maybe possibly the match, as Wii Sports take it to overtime, guaranteeing either team a point, but it's still, they won that win, and still looking quite close here. And Wii Sports going up to defense and picking the top floor site. And Underrated, they're gonna need to pull something out on this attack, because we know that on defense, Underrated, they're pretty good. They know to defend Chalet, but Wii Sports, they can do that as well, and they gotta if they really want to guarantee their win, or at least get more chances to win, they really should take this round, or else it might go to maximum overtime. And if it goes to maximum overtime, they still need to get at least one win on attack.
Yeah, it's hard to
I'll just
say
need to wait
with
and see. Yeah.
Wii Sports on the defense and Underrated Sports on the attack. It really is a toss-up for who takes this round. Both teams knowing how to play those roles very well, with Underrated on the attack, Wii Sports on the defense. They played those roles very well, and we've seen a lot of close rounds at that point. But past the half is where I start to get a little bit nervous, as Underrated, or I'm sorry, Wii Sports' attack, like you said, is a bit shaky, very closely bringing it out to OT. So it's not exactly a 50-50 here, but we will see Quavery taking that first pick onto Mitch. That's going to be the Resolute Lurker, the Menace out, but Alpha being able to take Cyborg in as well. Now down to a 3v5 here. Esports is going to need this round, and so far they're doing a pretty good job in pushing back onto Underrated, getting a lot of unrelenting aggression back-to-back here, paying off quite well here. However, with Soji still on the board as well as Fanky, there's still a lot of potential for things to go wrong. Oh, but the peak during the repel, the timing there, waiting for that sound cue. Oh no, and the Frostmat too. Oh my gosh, Geo, poor Lurker, now all alone in a 1v5, and a swing from Alpha to shut him down before he even gets a chance to cook something up. With the shotty on the stairs too. Even if he got that pick, that was a destined failed 1vx situation. Poor Geo, as that all unfurled, the unrelenting aggression from Wii Sports, putting them at the turn 4, winning the overtime, and quite frankly, this BO1 here. Probably the longest standing matchup that we've had thus far, at least from groups from this week. Group B had some more, I would say. What was that? Did you hear that, Goyo?
Yeah, I did. That was weird.
Thanks, Yubi. Fix your game. Love you.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that was quite something. Quite something. Now, but back to what I was saying, we are now actually looking at one of our longer matches in comparison to our Group B, which was had a bit higher round differentials. In fact, one of those being almost a flawless match. I believe that was not the Evo 5 match. It was the last match of the game, if I'm not mistaken. I forget things very quickly. But anywho, now we move on to Basement, which is quite an interesting pick. Not what I would have honestly expected, especially now that Wii Sports has adapted and gotten a double breach. But then again, considering how it went last time, because I believe they lost when they went with that competition. Yeah, they did. So who knows? Maybe that pick will pay off, or we'll see Wii Sports get it together for this one time to win it out. Only time will tell.
Yeah, but we see a bit of a different attacking strategy here. As two people, I think, are trying to secure a kill to this Lurker, Mitch, playing really, really far away from sight. Quavery droning in Weedy.
Oh no.
And together, they're trying to get Mitch out of his position, but he's playing behind this piano position, and this could be quite... Oh no, he shoots, he's blind, he cannot see anything, but still, they're afraid. He's still getting flashed. Oh my god, so many flashes being thrown at him, but he still gets the kill! And gets the second one! Oh my god, Mitch!
No way!
Mitch doing really well here too. Deny entry here, and now it's a 3v5 situation with 3 people trying to still get this wine and cellar wall open. They got one, but oh, what are you doing, Underrated? Just giving him the kills, equalizing the score into 3-3. Now it's 2v3 as Affleck gets another one. And now it's all to Skoji and Cyborg inside. Skoji is a zombie, so he has those Giga Bears. I think he can do as more hard breaches being opened up. He's blind. Cyborg is taken out. It's a 1v3 situation. No, Wii Sports, they can take here as the plan is going down. Skoji, it's up to you. It's a 1v3, 6, 7 on the line.
Here.
And he
Oh!
can. He trades with Fesk. And that's gonna be it. Wii Sports seal it for themselves. A hard-fought victory indeed, as they get the kill. That was a close matchup, but that last round, underrated. What are you doing? What was
Wow,
that?
what a turnaround. Are you kidding me? We saw a failed push onto Mitch from second floor, and then the colossal collapse from underrated there for the turnaround for Wii Sports. Who could have seen that coming? I don't think I could have. Could you? I mean, wow. Not what I was expecting there. I had a feeling that Wii Sports might have been able to turn this around, learning from the past mistakes of their past two basement takes. I felt like going basement again was a bad call, which I kind of had that hitch. But the way that that laid out, they won basement, but for all the reasons that I was not expecting. That's how you end an overtime match point. Well done to Wii Sports, but well done to Underrated for getting that far into overtime, but just not being able to hold it out for their attack there, unfortunately. Wii Sports had a lead that came back and then they took it back, and that was for a reason. As we all saw, they came out on top. All right. Now for our match next game, we have Tracker Clan versus Oh no, that's a German name. Mandex.
MDF. Just call him MDF. I think that's what they were known in the last season. So
We'll go
let's
with
just
that.
continue calling you that because neither of us are German. Neither of us want to butcher that pronunciation.
9.
But yeah, 9. Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
I've probably Americanized already enough names by butchery. Let's not keep that streak going. So, but like I said, that'll be the next match, Tracker Clan versus MDF. We're gonna go on a bit of an intermission, and we'll see you guys in just a minute.
And we're back again with Tracker Clan versus MDF this time around. Second match of the evening. So, I mean, should be quite exciting here. Tracker Clan currently sitting second in the groups. I think we can pull that up on the group standings here. Yeah, there we go. With that 7-2 victory against Ground Zero with the first day. And now they want to secure that another win to get their first place in the group stage if they can overtake Wii Sports. If they go into not overtime, or if they, I think if they even win it in overtime, they can still overtake them in round differential. So should be quite exciting to see what they can do against MDF. Previous seasons, really strong team, but this time not doing that well as they lost against Wii Sports last week. That was a 3-7 loss. So quite impressive by Wii Sports, and quite what was what's the word there I'm searching for? Unexpected, yeah. Coming from MDF, losing that like that, but still, there's a chance for them to come back. And as you see on the social vote, people are expecting it to be a close match as well, but still favoring a bit MDF here.
Yeah, with a 45% and 55% vote, it's looking like we'll have a very close game as far as the votes are concerned. But let's go into the map bans real quick. Let's see what we have got for this upcoming match. Unless we do. Oh, sorry, we're having a little bit of techie issues.
There it is.
All right. It looks like we are going to be playing on. Ooh, would you look at that? We're going to be on Skyscraper. How often do you see that map every day, eh? Can't remember the last time I played
unexpected. Yeah. Really nice to see. I mean, we did talk about Collinsville at Nighthaven, those kinds of maps being played quite a bit, but Skyscraper, that's not I haven't seen in a while, yeah. So gonna be quite interesting to see what teams pull up here. And
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Tracker Clan must be really trying to pull out some stops here. Can we get those standings one more time? Just take a look and see what we got going on here. So far, Tracker Clan is second place with 3 points right now. So I'm really surprised that that is their pick going for a pocket like that. I mean, unless they were that worried, I would think that this is going to be a map where they've got some strat or some actual full-on strats in play. I mean, that's a early point qualifiers to be showing a little bit of your hand there. But if that means they get a strong win with a high round differential, securing them into qualifiers or yeah, into eliminations could pay off here. So keep an eye out for Tracker Clan here because they might be really cooking something. I'm really surprised that's the pick that came out, or at least I assume that is their pick. Yes, Tracker
I mean,
Clan. So
technically it would be MDS because they're banning the last map, and the last map they have banned was Cafe, which I mean, Tracker banned Oregon, and then there's only Cafe and Skyscraper left, so they might have expected maybe MDF go for Cafe, but still, Skyscraper was left all the way down into this banned phase. So,
oh, that's MDFs.
I
That
don't
makes a
know.
little bit more
Yeah.
sense then. Yeah, because they currently have 0 points so far in the standing. So that's gonna make it a that could be a huge break for them. Win this map out, get a huge point differential, shoot themselves up in the point scoring. But if that doesn't pay off and they reveal part of their hand, they could be in a lot of trouble in getting to eliminations. Because, like I said, they don't have any points, and there's only so many weeks of qualifiers we have before we get straight into eliminations. So we'll see if they make it out on top. As with 0 points for their map pick, they're gonna need it. They are thinking, let's do something a bit dramatic here. Let's try to get as high of a round differential, which that could help a lot. Because right now, what based off of scoring, Tracker Clan really doesn't need it. They could take a loss and still be in decent standing. But for MDF, this week is a do or die with their round differential and their overall scoring. So we'll see who's cooking up on this map because like I said, you don't see it a lot. Now, before I give my own take on Skyscraper, what do you think about the map we're going to be playing on?
I mean, it's definitely quite defender sided, I think. Skyscraper, there's a lot of kind of off angles that you can play, a lot of sites that are really defender favored, and people don't really expect Skyscraper at all. I mean, most teams, as we see here, we're going into I mean, I'm going to the map in the operator veto, but yeah, again, quite defender sided, and I would be expecting quite a heavy roam presence as well because going at roamers on this map can be quite annoying. But still, just gonna need to wait and see. It's gonna test players and teams as kind of team play there going on, and
Yeah.
yeah, we're just gonna yeah, as we see operator bans starting out now.
Yeah. And the important thing I want to mention when it comes to Skyscraper 2 is that if you're going to attack it, and this is what makes it so defender sided, you cannot let either the vertical or the horizontal component be dominated by defense. You don't have to take full control of both, but you need to offset them just enough that you're able to get what you need accomplished, whether it's taking that vert or getting that horizontal. You cannot leave either unaccounted for. On a lot of other sites, if you want to just isolate one site or one section to push forward, you can do that. Skyscraper, with the way that it's laid out, it's simply not possible. You have to put some kind of commitment onto both. Otherwise, you're gonna get stomped by vertical. You're gonna get stomped by horizontal, or at least you're gonna get nitroed out, impacted out. You're gonna take a lot of heavy hits that you're not gonna be able to afford on a map like this. But right now, we are possibly going to go on pause. We just had a player unfortunately disconnect, having some technical difficulties there. So once we get that player back in, we'll be right into the action. But for the time being, you'll be with us for just a little bit. So I do apologize for the pause. But actually, we'll probably go on a bit of a hiatus here, waiting for the players to get back together, recollected, so we can start that match out. So we'll be right back. All right. All right.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Whoopsie. We probably should have figured out who was going to be the first speaker.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
No.
But yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the delay. We're back in it on Skyscraper with Tracker Clan versus MDF. Got some good stakes here. So let's see how we start this party off. We're going to have, I believe that's going to be MDF on attack with Tracker Clan on the defense here. Like I said, name of the game, displace those components just enough for your real commit, and you've got progress. So let's see if those teams can figure that out, or at least, yeah, see teams can figure that out and figure out how this is all going to play out. Or if we might have a very defense-heavy play-by-play here. Who's to say? Who's to know? Sure ain't me. I ain't a fortune teller.
I don't think either of us are, but just need to wait and see here as the prep comes to an end here. Drum being completely obliterated there for some shield line of society. Interestingly enough, no one extending all the way out into office usually on this site. Name of the game is just wasting as much time as possible. I would expect at least one person just running around there into exhibition in office, just like waiting for a drone to come and maybe shooting it out, one or two drones there, and then rotating out. But no, electing to wait closer to site here as MDF deciding to go for that two-sided approach, going from downstairs and upstairs, clearing those two positions simultaneously, so no one gets C4 from below. And there's an opportunity to get some vertical nades, as getting droned into Drum here is Veriox already positioning himself onto those VIP stairs with hoverboard as well. Coming into Dragon already. They see that bulletproof cam, gonna be shot out by the Asher. Oh, never mind. There's a Womai charge there. Thorn Traps being alerting about alerting tracker about position of those NBF players. Camera finally being taken off the board by a nade. And now MDF are going to come into some real struggle here as there's two shields on the side of Tracker Clan with a Womai, with a Jaeger. Actually, yeah, two shields. Plus, they need to worry about Fergu below with a C4. That's quite a lot of variables to be concerned about, as Shizu already doing a bit of damage onto hoverboard, taking him like quite a bit of HP off the board, as we see some nades, vertical nades being thrown around, but no damage being exchanged yet.
Yeah, so far a very aggression push that has so far came to a screeching halt at the moment. However, we are going to see one pick come out, but a trade in return. That's going to be hoverboard taking one, getting traded out in return. So far, not being able to push out far beyond drums, with Fergu going to be able to get just out as well. Now a 4v3. Looks like that side setup paying off for Tracker, just hanging tight. But with Fugu still lurking from below, a lot of potential here to do some damage. But gonna get taken out instead. Now 45 seconds left on the clock. Still kind of trying to push out beyond that position.
Yeah, trying to come up to positions first, but Zeriox encountering some pressure from Deyuko playing in Geisha. Still Shizui, not deterred by the breach being open, actually swinging out onto Aine with Zeriox. Take out the Yanis, and now it's a 2v2 situation. Oh, yeah, Zeriox taking it off the board, off the hands by two Tracker Clan players, and now Nikon left all alone. It's 10 seconds left, and things are not looking too great for him. Although the Yuka's on 1 HP, doesn't matter. Shizui is there, has that position, has this rotate. Really interesting setup from Tracker Clan paying off. I mean, MDF was able to take that first half of the map really, really swiftly, just like 30 seconds to a minute in, but completely slowing out when encountering the side setup of Tracker Clan, not being able to dispatch out of these shields, or the player below for able to get at least one before struggle before taking out himself. I mean, Tracker Clan doing quite a good side setup here on this map, and although it wasn't their pick, clearly they were ready for this map.
Yeah, they really just were not able to dig into side. Like, they had that fast and explosive start all the way towards Drum and Statue, but from there, slowed down to a crawling halt and just could not make their way further. We will see Shisui on the mirror here, holding not a setup that I see as often anymore onto the Balk. That could be quite a trouble for Tracker Clan for MDF to handle, because we saw last time that kind of utility and that hard line of sights that Tracker Clan sets up can prove quite difficult for MDF to deal with, and I think we're gonna see a similar situation like that once again. But we will have a run out from Fugu, taking both NA and Just at the same time with only half HP gone to boot. That's gonna be Diffuser drop, 2 people down. That's a hard breacher off the board. They still have Nikan on the board to help with taking down utility, but it's gonna be that much more difficult with only having 1 breacher, especially on a balcony with a mirror on the board. But gonna opt to completely ignore that, going for a shrine push instead. Gonna be spotting 1 over by Drums. Gonna be able to get that push in, forcing whoever's there back over to the Drum meeting area, taking a little bit of damage. IQ hoverboard still alive, trying to get any more control that she can. But there's that halt that we keep seeing over by Statue and Drum, just not able to push out beyond that. Those angles still proving to be an issue. Nikan taking some heavy damage here, still holding on, trying to find an inkling of over-aggression from Tracker Clan to move in, but instead getting caught by multiple Wamais here, trying to get that wall open, finally getting it popped open, but taking some serious damage as a result. 1 minute 30 seconds, still plenty of time here, but someone's gonna eventually have to make a move, especially with the player disadvantage they have and the loss of their hard breacher and Thatcher too. Forgot to mention that as well. So they're gonna have to take whatever walls are soft and roll with it, with Deuko on the Bandit. Gonna make things a little bit difficult for whatever walls they so choose to open. Nikan getting a pick onto Fergu, but Shizui being able to take Vurio as a result in the trade. Now down to 1 minute. 2 players remaining, but Shizui not done yet. Gonna get Nikan down, and it's now all up to Hoverboard as the rest of Tracker Clan choose to close in, and Eden gets Hoverboard off the board, and that is going to be another round for Tracker Clan.
Tracker Clan are looking really strong in Skyscraper, even though, I mean, it wasn't their pick. MDF chose to go there instead of Cafe. And MDF not looking great here. I mean, that Spawn Peak from, I think it was Shizui, taking out 2 of the most, I think, crucial operators that were on that team, Thatcher and Thermite. That, I mean, that already sealed the round just from the get-go. Losing those 2 players, I mean, it's understandable, kinda, to get a kill from a Spawn Peak. 1 player, sure, it happens, but losing 2, that is just insane to me.
Especially not with a refrag either.
Yeah, that was just insane to me. But good on Tracker. I mean, they are playing really well on Skyscraper here. Clearly, they have stress. They have prepared this map, and it's not even defaults they're playing. I mean, I'm seeing quite interesting strats here coming out from them as they go into barbecue and kitchen. I think this is the most difficult site to defend as a defender, but it's not trivial to attack either. As MDF, they're gonna need to pull something out here. As at 2-0 with those 2 rounds, things are not looking too great. But Ane choosing to go for the ram here. Interestingly enough, I mean, we have seen her played a bit, but not used kind of at all. Mostly for her gun. I mean, R4C with a 1.5. It's a really good gun, but her gadget, I haven't seen, I think, any play of her gadget. We saw her in Chile being played just for her gun, so we'll see how it goes. As this mirror window, that's a really interesting mirror spot with that shield. I've not seen that before, so we'll see how that is. Oh, come on, hoverboard. What a shot onto Eden. I was talking about that mirror window.
Yeah,
Player's on there. He gets another one.
Oh, the intel. There's verticals falling apart so heavily. With Fergu gone and Deuko, it's now a 1v5 and we're not even a minute in. However, Yanis is trying to fight back, but he's got now a vertical and a horizontal component to go through. It's going to be a tough fight. Does he know there's one in Sushi Bar with him? But I don't think... Oh, he knows now. The drone, the cam information spot him out. One person getting downed.
Oh,
That's going to
no.
be Vurio. However, going to be able to get up. Not quite, but shut down from Just in a rapid fire take. Not even halfway into the action phase. Getting wiped out. The vertical component just collapsing in on itself. You cannot peek into a pre-fire. What happened? That composition was looking so good, and it just fell apart in spectacular fashion. A excellent, excellent take from MDF. A total 180 from what we saw the round prior. Goodness, if they could keep that momentum, I would be worried for Tracker Clan, because you cannot lose sights like that. That's almost a warrant for a timeout, because if you're gonna see momentum like that to come, that's an issue. But they could be just playing this as if it was a fluke, which is reason to suspect considering the nature of the round before that round, which I would almost call an incident rather than a round at that point, due to the violent nature in which MDF took control of absolutely everything there. Hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, the confidence of MDF was not impacted at all by their losses there. I mean, hoverboard just going in. That the confidence displayed from the Ash, I mean, paid off there, but might not pay off in some other rounds. I mean, we see MDF. I mean, they're really embracing the TDM meta that Siege has right now with that round. But here, going for a bit of a different push. This time, going for a bit more focus on Black Stairs and Restaurant. Fergu is forced to rotate out onto those Black Stairs as he's getting pressured from a lot of angles here and really well done by MDF, pushing him out to the top. And now, no vertical C4s. Still, those Black Eye cams are still up. And there's no IQ on the board. There's no way to know for sure where they are except just find them with a drone or with your eyes as an operator. And now they start to open up these barricades, and now Chaka should know where they're coming from, but they're being really well distracted by Just playing in bar, trying to get a pick here onto someone from below. Nades are being thrown out. Not gonna find anyone yet, but Shizui on 50 HP could find himself being taken out by one of those nades, especially since there's quite a lot of them. But we already see Ane. He already used two, and a second one is going to be thrown by Hoverboard. Leaves only one nade on the board and 0 kills from those 5 nades that have been thrown already. There was no info onto site, but now I thought a bit more onto Karaoke. They know no one isn't Karaoke. There's only one in Geisha, and maybe one being this corridor here from the long angle. So Karaoke looks quite empty, and Hoverboard gets the first frag. There's nearly a second one coming out from the OSA here, as it's a 45 situation with a minute 10 on the board. And MDF are looking quite a bit stronger, and as you said, I think they are carrying their momentum as Yanis gets downed as well.
Wow, not looking the greatest so far. Already take a pick, and you've got that direct on-site presence. All it takes is for one person to push up past those stairs, and Tracker Clan's going to be in a lot of trouble. Still holding those positions, but all it takes is a small break, and we're going to see all hell break loose very fast. And there it is. Fugu going down at Eden, trying to take that fight. Not going to be able to get the down, though. Get some damage down, though. However, we're going to see Dayuko and Yanis take 2 in return. Just now down, but not out. Aina trying to get that revive down, but so far it's just holding for that over-aggressive push. Not going to see it so far. Just now back up onto the board. Going to hop into sight. Now going to have that sight control. And there goes the plant. 13 seconds remaining. No one's really in position to contest this. Dayuko will be able to get Nikon in return. And the peak as well. It's now all up to Just, who's holding by the shield. Running out of options. He will run out of time in favor of Tracker Clan to take it back.
Yeah, that was... Jeez. MDF, they look good. They look quite good on their attack, but the site setup from Tracker Clan really benefited them. I mean, I gotta praise it. That was really well done by them. It seemed that they just abandoned karaoke and just let them go into side and plant. But as you saw, when Gridlock went to side, there's so many angles that there where she could get killed from, and there are no smokes, no kind of side denial to deny anyone from doing that. So it's, I mean, it was really well done by TriClan from their setup, and MDF still showing a lot of confidence there, but it's a 3-1 situation now. I mean, it is attack on Skyscraper. It's gonna be harder to attack, but still, if they go into a 5-1 Tracker Clan are basically gonna say, we're in control of this map, we know how to play it, and MDF, that might hit their morale. So MDF at this time, they're going to need to aim for at least a 2-4 at the minimum here for their attack, because in defense, they could do quite a bit of damage.
No.
Virgo, again, he might go for this run out yet again.
Oh no, no way she gets away with it. I think they know though. I think they know she's gonna go for it.
Gotta.
This could really go either way here.
Oh, they know. They know.
Yeah, they know. Is she gonna hop out though? I'm so curious. If she does, this could be disastrous, but still holding her ground. Making a smart choice here. I would not hop out after how much devastation came from last time. Oh, but I think Hoverboard knows. He's trying to push out. If she gets this pick onto Yanis, this is going to be a really bad situation here.
Oh, no.
Both Frost and Wamai are in a very bad spot.
Ooh.
Oh, but Fogu loses the fight. But there comes a refrag. Trade after trade. Oh, my gosh. And Nikon with the pick on a Deuko as well. You shouldn't have committed there. If you're going to go for that run out, go for it. Otherwise, back out. But man, did that not go well. However, Tracker Clan's not done yet. Taking one. That's going to be from Eden. Now down to a 2v3 here. Maybe they get a little bit aggressive, try to take some more picks, but they are getting that setup down. If they're going to make a move like that, they might want to make a move soon, as they still have Ace, Nikon, and Flores Vario on the board, getting that setup, getting those lines of sight opened. Just could see Mira here. It's gonna just barely miss her here. Getting more lines of sights open up here. Minute 10 seconds. They have plenty of time to get this execute down. Nitro's gonna go down. Not gonna make any contact here. Just waiting for somebody to make a slip up before they pinch down. Eden, low HP, only takes a few pot shots. Ooh, but the headshot from Zizui to take out Nikon. A huge pick here. 50 seconds remaining, but Eden's in a bit of a tight spot here. The flashbang's going out. All it takes is one swing, and Eden is down and off the board, but he's got a nice position tucked in this corner here. It's going to be really hard to push him out without having to deal with Shizui first. 33 seconds on the board remaining. Last flashbangs going out. Not going to make contact here. Swing from Eden coming out. Oh, but the pick taking Eden down. Now up to Shizui, but gets caught in the crossfire. That will be a round for MDF as we now move on to the swap. Oh, I'm sorry. We got one more round. I'm drawing a blank.
Yep.
One more round. And like you said, defender-sided map.
Yeah, still, they got 2 rounds on the attack, which for their attacking half, it's quite good. I think they got the rounds that they needed. And from now on, it's going to be a nice buffer. If they go in a 3-3 half, on a 3-3 split, going to the defensive half, that's going to be really nice for them. That'll be a nice cushion to maybe do a few mistakes, but not too many. But maybe MDF, I think they needed a few rounds to kind of warm themselves up, because those first 2 rounds, they looked abysmal here as we get consumed by the dragon here. Thanks Eagle for his observing of the free cam. But going back, TriClan, they still are in control of this map for now, but if they lose another one, 3-3, that could really impact their mental, and it's just gonna be crucial for them to not get into that mentality that, oh, we just lost this half, and it's over for us. So it's just gonna need to wait and see how this round pans out for either team.
Absolutely. Tracker Clan needs to take this round because if MDF has some specialized strats for this map, it's going to be a really bad situation for them if they end up losing this round because we still haven't gotten to half. We don't know what MDF has cooking here, but if they've got some delicate compositions, they could be in a lot of trouble. Oh, but the peak from Fergu, Huva still taking that fight despite. Oh my gosh, but the wall bang headshot. Nice shot, Shizui. Now down to a 4v4. Talk about a pick there. My goodness. Flashbang's going out, trying to clear out Shizui, trying to get a little peek of a headshot there. Not gonna be able to make it. Forced to fall back into Terrace as now Aine has that drum control. 1 minute 50 seconds. We've already seen 2 picks here. Plenty of time to make a move here, but they're gonna have to get going if they want to secure yet another round for their half.
Shizui keeps delivering. Gets taken out by Aine though. It's a 3-3 split now with 1 minute 30 left on the clock. Flores Jones being able to dispatch of that shield, and now Dragon is abandoned by Tracker. But still, there's some dangers. Dayuko speeding from this VIP position. He's gonna need to get some pressure put on him as he starts to back down onto these stairs. Maybe he's afraid of a nade potentially being on the board from MDF, but there's none left. As Nikon gets another one, Yanis taking up the board, and now it's Eden and Dayuko left in and around
another
side.
replay here.
Yeah, maybe. As still there's Flores Jones gathering information, and Eden being displaced from his position. Aine already in Dragon, pushing out onto Yanis, and there goes one. That was close from Tracker Clan, but unable to do anything in this 1v3 situation. Sveriox getting the final kill and guaranteeing this 3-3 half. Really nicely done by MDF. Really nice comeback here. And now going to defense, it's gonna be a lot easier for them, but still, danger is not yet over as Tracker Clan. I mean, they clearly demonstrate in their defense they know this map and how to defend it. Just gonna be left to say if they know how to attack it as well.
And that could have been Tracker's Clan too if they were just able to coordinate that push against everyone or Aine and everyone else on MDF, because they had one isolated. They could have just paired up that crossfires because they had a nice crossfire against that funnel, but they just were not able to and got picked off one by one. Eden and Dayuko just not able to get a foot or take back that control, losing that round. So now with that, we're even. And if MDF truly has a special composition here, it's going to be tough for Tracker Clan, and they might be looking for an overtime scenario, best case.
Definitely. It's just not to say if MDF has the same thoroughness as Tracker demonstrated in their defenses, as we see one being. It does extend into office, as I suggested that Tracker Clan would do, but doesn't appear that Tracker Clan are going from this office side instead, deciding to go similar to what MDF did on their attack as well, going from those black stairs. It's really not to say if MDF expected a lot of drones coming out, but just playing in this bit ratty position here. Will be droned out. They know where he is, but there's no one to collect him yet. There is, I think, Yanis already in barbecue. Another drone coming out. They definitely know where he is now. And just allowed to rotate out into the restaurant still. He's still there. And Tracker Clan doesn't appear that they are in the building just yet. They're just trying to see what they can expect. Eden does go into the bathroom and just will be taken out by Yanis. Really nicely played by them. I mean, he is down, but not out. But Tracker Clan seems to know that he is down. So, yep, he is collected now. And Dayuko gets another one to hoverboard. Now it's a 5v3 situation. Nothing too great for MDF. Still, quite winnable as Tracker Clan has all of the control from the basement here. And some contention is going on this black balcony. But the Osa shield is being destroyed, and 1 HP to Fergu. He's taken out by Nikon. That's the Osa off the board. Really crucial operator in this attack, and that's the diffuser down as well on black balcony. The rest of the team is concentrating downstairs, but it appears that Shizui is gonna go and get that diffuser up. And oh, Nikon pushes down. Really nicely played by him as he takes out the Yuko. That's Buck on the board as well. And now it's a 3-3 situation equalized by on the hands of Nikon. Really nicely played by him as Nate are gonna be cooked. Ooh, nothing.
Barely misses.
Yeah.
Right now, Attack's not looking in the best situation. Losing that diffuser, and on top of Nikon just waiting. He knows that they don't have diffuser. There comes a repellent and a swing, taking a bit of damage, but Shizui still managing to survive. Now on the balcony, gonna take his fight, going prone, and it pays off as Nikon over-aggresses, not properly clearing, and Zui gets that pick. This is looking like a turnaround as they now have the top black stairs control. Again, it's going to be able to take out Aine all up to Vario. But with those shots, they know exactly where he is. Swings out, but Eden's going to suck that pick up as well, allowing for the lead to come back in favor of Tracker Clan here.
Yeah, they looked scary there for a second when MDF were able to equalize. I mean, it wasn't really MDF, it was Nikon on those black stairs position. That was really nicely played by him, but not enough to stop Tracker Clan from advancing and still taking control of site. Nicely played by them, and now it's a 4-3 situation, and MDF deciding to go for a different side this time. Maybe on here they will have a bit more luck as to defending it, but it doesn't appear that they're going for it as extravagant, I would say, strats as Tracker did, going for a bit more default ones with the Miros with Kaid. We saw quite a lot of play there. We see a lot of play coming out from these operators, especially on this side with Mute as well, being able to deny not only drones but also some Heartbeat utility unless they cleared that Meat Jammer. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. Kite Claws gonna be thrown onto, I think, VIP probably. But Tracker Clan, they have a Thatcher, so it won't really matter where you place them. The Thatcher grenade will still get them, and they'll still be able to get that Heartbeat with Ace. As Tracker Clan are starting to make their way towards the building, and I'm gonna try to displace, and yeah, I actually see a similar strat to what we saw from Tracker, but just different walls being reinforced as Zeriox tries to get a little cheeky run out there, not able to find anyone. But Yanis already in the building, already downstairs, and MDF might not be expecting this so early in the game. Or in the round, I should say. As nothing really happens. 1 minute already elapsed, and now, yeah, a bit of a stalemate here as Yanis, together with Shizui, securing their flanks, and now they're going to be free to nade from below. But it doesn't appear that they have any kind of info there. I think they know where Just is, but oh, it's a nade from below. It's going all the way through those holes and onto Just. And he's on 1 HP now, but it's not enough to secure the kill. Still, the gun is up. The mirror window is down. And oh, Just is now down from the nade. He's not out. He can get potentially revived, but for now, he's not in a really good position here as the wall is open. Hard breach is open, but still, he's able to get out of danger and being picked up by Zveriox. And the gun is still up, but he only has 1 HP. He only has 1 bullet separating him from death as grenades continue to be thrown from below. I think that was the last nade that Tracker has as Fergus just jumps to the side and pays the price. Aine gets the kill, and that's a 45 situation. That wasn't a diffuser, fortunately, but Fergus, I guess, trying to get an opening there. But Shizui also getting a lot of damage and gets taken out himself by Aine as well. Oh, that's a nice one tap from Eden, taking out just on 1 HP, but still MDF plaguing Striker Clan with hoverboard, getting the shotgun kill, and waiting really on low HP, but still living there as Eden and the Yuko left in a 2v4 situation. Eden so close to Kaid. Does he know where Nikon is playing? Doesn't appear to be. But with 10 seconds left, AD gets a third one on the round, and Nikon cleans it up. Striker Clan falls on this round, and I mean, MDF did look a bit better on this defense. They're gonna need to replicate that on 2 more sites if they want to really secure a match point as they go back to karaoke and tea.
Yeah, the kind of problem there for Tracker Clan is they were kind of disorganized there. Kind of everyone trying to push on their own pace, do their own thing. And let me tell you, it did not pay off. Individualized aggression is just a easy way to get met with a crossfire or a swing from a direction that you didn't expect. Starting out, they looked fine, but once they started to get things opened up, after getting that first floor control, it all just fell apart. They kind of started doing their own thing, everyone trying to look for that opening, but instead falling themselves in a position of unrefragability, as we saw there. Barely saw any refrags, if at all just getting picked off one by one, trying to make some kind of gap in the defender's positioning where they could swoop in, and that just didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Fergu attempt that hop into split, but unable to get any picks there. So, I mean, they tried to get to do something with an opening, but unable. MDF being able to secure this round, but ANA for some reason leaving the game. Hopefully he'll be able to rejoin, but at least MDF in a 5v4 situation, and they can't get a timeout just in the middle of the round. So they need to play this side, and as we saw, this side is kind of weak for them. But just, oh no, one pick away taken out, but just immediately reflex hoverboard. Still, it's a 4v3 situation, so not looking good for MDF still, as just they know his position. He chooses the drone out and rotates back up into restaurant, leaving VIP and office uncontested there. But those bandit traps are gonna deny just a bit of time for Tracker to just get into the building there and get some walls open. But the drones don't seem to have too much time wasted there, as still the man cam advantage is in Striker Clan's favor, and still they have a lot of utility left in their pockets. Flashes, nades, and claymores as well in the pockets of all Striker Clan members, still unutilized. That's going to be a massive help when clearing the utility that MDF has prepared around the site. Those not bandit mags, those Y magnets, and as Shizui actually takes out his Variox, that's one Y off the board, and Ani fortunately has returned. It's a 3v2 situation still. Nikon and Just still winnable for them, but they're going to need to work for it as nades being thrown around. I'm going to expect flashes being taken off. Oh, Nikon, what a shot! But immediately taken off the board. Shizui, now it's a 2v1 situation with Just. He's going to try to do everything to win the steal. Oh, what a shot! Oh my god, Just! What was that? Absolutely incredible shots coming out of this player, securing the round for MDF against that. Against the odds. I mean, they won a 4v5 and take that round, the round differential advantage towards in their favor, and just one round separates them from going into match point. Incredible play from Just.
Now, when we say keep your gunny up, this is what we're talking about. That is what it looks like. Good lord, 2 picks back to back in such violent fashion. Almost made me think it was PC for a second. Thought I was in the wrong league. Oh my gosh. That's what we're talking about. And the best part was they were missing a player and still was able to turn that around. Got nothing to lose, right? Play it aggressive. And boy, did that aggression pay off tenfold, taking what could have been an ugly situation and turning that around. My goodness. How often do you get to see that happen? I'd say
That
not
was
very often.
amazing. Yeah, I mean, even PC players are sometimes unable to do that, but on console, on the joysticks, that's incredible. Really highlights the skill of the players playing on MDF and ENA. Same with spawn because no one's spawning there. Seems that Striker Clan electing to go, I think, directly for Geisha, which that's quite risky there, but could pay off as I don't think there's a lot of presence coming out from MDF on that side of the map. But it's strange that Just still has two of his healing turrets in his pocket. Oh, he's just placing them now. 40 seconds into the action phase. That's interesting to see. But the Geisha wall being opened by the ace charges of Virgo. And ooh, the Bravo drone being able to hack all these devices, the default cam and the beeper. That could be quite crucial when it comes to later round, and especially those yokai jars. If what's Shizui is able to grab a yokai drone for himself, that could be quite annoying. But oh, the Yuko
Couldn't
finds,
see it.
yeah, he sees the legs, but hoverboard doesn't see that the upside down repel. The Yuko is able to find hoverboard, takes them off the board, and now Sveriox with the drone. Actually, that's a crucial pick for a late game push, especially if the time runs low. But now the top floor control, they took it. Striker Clan has the top floor control. Down kitchen barbecue. Top floor is really crucial when it comes to executing onto the side. So taking it quite early throughout. I mean, 1 minute still left, and already we see MDF being absolutely pushed out of the site. They'll need to play for a retake here, or at least play off their yokai drones if there's still some left. Yes, there is. Zeriox gets on it, and now just is playing in this barbecue. But I see Ane actually trying to go for a bit of a cheeky retake, maybe getting 1 or 2 picks, but that Roni only has 20 bullets in its mag, so it's gonna be quite. Ooh, he does get the
There comes
Yuko.
that retake. There you go.
Yep.
Now down, but not out. But is Aine going to be able to get more damage out, though? Eden going to be taking justice now as well. This is why you want to have that horizontal and vertical. But with pure horizontal or pure vertical, you get punished for it. But we will see Deyuko get res, though, so it isn't all that successful. The hop in coming in, but
no.
Vario ready to catch Virgo. Gonna be able to take another as well, but the retake from another drop from Eden. Now 10 seconds remaining, but the swing to catch him off. They don't have diffuser. Suzuki down as well. Now all up to Deyuko. Gonna have to push him off and try to get a plant here. But Nikon putting on the pressure, not even giving a chance to grab diffuser and plants. A fast pace turnaround in favor of NDF here, being able to stall out the time and prevent the diffuser from being planted. A little bit rushy here for the time that they had left. Just enough displacement on the vertical to create that opening for MDF to take it back onto match point.
Yeah, really well played by MDF there. It was close. It was close. I mean, Sharkline did seem that they were in control of site. I mean, everyone just was pushed out of the site, so but it doesn't seem that Sharkline had all the info left, and so they kind of stalled there at the end, and that was just that was the end for them, as MDF were expecting a bit of a rush, and really well played by them. All the players coming out on top there at the end of the round, really well done by them. And now Sharkline, they looked really good in the first part of this match, but now it's a 4-6 match point in favor of MDF. MDF just need one more round, but we saw that be the fall of underrated just last matchup, and we might see it again as that one more round mentality. MDF need to not get into that coming out mentality as Variox. At least two of my traps, my discs outside, which is quite interesting. Maybe sketch out some nades or some ace charges potentially, but as you can see, Clan allowing to go for a bit of a split push here. 3 people going from this drum and dragon side, and 2 people gonna go for the breach. Actually, that's why is the Yuko as Thatcher going with Fergu to the top here. I mean, you see why Thatcher would be useful here as Fergu. Oh no! Nearly taken out, and is taken out by just again. Really well done by him. He can expect. He knows what and predicts what Trigger Clan might do, and another life being lost. That's a Maverick as well. He only was able to make those VIP holes. Still gonna put a bit of pressure with the Yuko repelling on these holes. VIP being really dangerous to play here, but still not much help for the side of Trigger Clan's attack as they make their way down into Dragon, into Drum, and they encounter those mirror windows and those shields with 80 playing behind one in Dragon. Actually, that mirror window is popped. I wonder if that's it's probably from the holes that Maverick made. So 80 left all on to defend this. Oh no, the Yuko
There's
finds
that repel
kill.
paying off.
Yeah, definitely. That you might forget about these holes, but the Yuko still punishing these defenders that walk into his sights. Gets out the repel and just peeks that angle again and hoverboard. That's a really nice team play there coming out from MDF, and now equalizing it into a 3-3. Oh no.
Oh!
Shizui nearly taking out. Yeah, seeing out hoverboard. But oh no, it's a 3-1 now. Oh, nicely done by Charcon there at the end. A lot of kills flying out, but the scoreboard, kill feed I mean, was all blue. Charcon able to take another round for themselves and make it just a little bit closer to getting an overtime, a second overtime out of the 2 games. That'd be incredible.
Yeah, that would be great. That was in complete contrast to our last time that we were here. But I mean, yeah, exactly what you said. I mean, they got so much out of those angles that those Maverick holes had such massive impact there. I mean, how often do you see that?
Yeah, and that, I mean, clearly MDF weren't expecting it either. That was really nicely played. Fergu, again, going for the Maverick, and same side being picked by MDF. Probably gonna go for a similar kind of take here, but I guess an opportunity for MDF to kind of adapt to how Trigger Clan might go about this attack. So, still, one more round for MDF needed to secure this victory and secure the 3 points in the group stage. As Trigger Clan are starting to make their way towards the building, and it does appear that it's a very similar position here as this time. The Yuko deciding to go with the rest of the team, promised to disarm those Y magnets a bit better with his Thatcher EMP grenades, but Fergu, I think he's left all alone to do stuff with his blowtorch in sight. So he's gonna need to play alone there, but just gonna need to wait and see how it's gonna go with a minute. I mean, actually 45 seconds being left. Oh, Fergu, he knows what Just can do. Goes prone to avoid being headshotted yet again. But those holes, MDF are aware of them. They just need to not forget about them yet again. As Fergu rotates out, he's getting some intel onto terrace for his team as Eden takes control of Drum. Dragon is already taking control of as well. And all of the MDF's players are back in sight. And Eden takes out Just, the crucial player that got some really nasty kills there. But Zveriox gets a trade onto Shizui, and that's the ace of the board. That's the hard breach. There's still Fergu, but that really got his hard breach, and he's taking out himself. He's downed actually, but not out. And the Finka boost secures him to be up yet again. Halbert taking a bit of damage here herself, but Fergu still quite low HP here, and Hoverboard, I think he was waiting for him to peek these handles as Yuko makes his way into Shrine here, supporting Yanis here in contesting the shield, where Ferrox playing. Ooh, really nice play by Trigger Clan. Now it's a 4v2 situation. Aliens Variox left all alone with a minute left on the clock to secure this round to win. And that's a really good indication as Variox gets another one. And now 3v2, really winnable here as the shield is still there. He beats who nearly loses his life as Eden is expecting him through that hole. 80 is playing in office, he's rooting out around the site. The Diffuser is down and trying, he can be picked up, but Fergo still playing on these holes that he made himself with the Maverick Torch. Still getting some pressure. Ooh, what a nade from Eden as Variox is taken out. Down to 3v1 situation. 8-8. Down to 1. It's 2v1. It's winnable. It's
very winnable. 2v1. 13 seconds left. They're gonna have to get a plant down eventually, which means one person down. Virgo now going to hop in, taking some serious damage. You're not gonna be able to take the pick on Ine. Still gotta get the plant down. Oh, but Virgo will be able to take Ine out, and we will be going to overtime now.
Yep, second overtime. And they are close. These games are really close. I really like what I'm seeing here as MDF and Triclan are just battling for the scraps here as a point is guaranteed for either team, but for the winning team, they'll get another one. As an overtime win constitutes 2 points, contributing to 3 if you win in non-overtime. Still, it's a point for MDF. It's a start. Contributing to the 0 points that they got in their first matchup here, as it doesn't really appear that MDF are really adapting to how Triclan are attacking, how they're playing. Their strats aren't really evolving that much. Actually, just playing on that Valk, I don't think we saw Valk being played by MDF yet, so that's gonna be interesting how she's gonna be used. But they're still extending into office. They're still going to have a heavy presence in there, but Triclan, I think they're going to be just avoiding that side of the map altogether and choosing to go for the black push yet again from the team composition and from where they're... Actually, never mind. I think they're going for office. It's just going to be interesting to see how MDF are going to... Ooh, ANA with the spawn peak. Yep. Oh, and he resources it out. He has... That's quite a lot of confidence from him not getting killed from a headshot there when he's reinforcing that. But now, NA gonna still be contesting office. What is those MQ bears? That could be quite crucial in denying a lot of time for Triclan attack.
Yep, now we're seeing those walls already getting taken down, but the zombie gonna be covering it up, trying to hold on for as long as they can here, keeping that horizontal component in bay. As we've seen, when they sweep from the split, they sweep hard, and they're trying to hold that on for as long as possible. At least MDF is here. But we do have a little bit of lurking presence from below with a nitro as well. Just could do a lot of damage here if the intel is just right. Still struggling to get that hold in. Haven't even entered the building yet with 1 minute and 45. Starting to make their way now into getting that control, but they still got some ways to go with the kind of setup that MDF is rocking here now. Oh, and there it is, folks. The nitro from Just to take Fugru off the board, and that's a massive pick with their hard breacher now out of here. It's going to make things just that much harder if they want to have to push through. Now, they're going to have to be forced into pushing through some dangerous funnels here. Unless they can open up some of these soft walls that they have towards sight. Hear that? We'll try to take Just head on and get that vertical control. Maybe throw a nade or two for the Shishusi or Shizui, I'm sorry, or Eden. But with one still holding it down, it's going to be difficult. Hoverboard going to be able to take Shizui. That's going to be sending his down. Yan is gone as well. And now it's all up to Eden as Diyuko gets knocked out as well. A triple kill from Hoverboard. Says, I've had enough of this setup. And right here and there, the down from Eden. Going to have to use that stim, but the swing from the door and Just shutting it down. Two heavy players clearing the map here as they now go to overtime match points. MDF needs this round, needs this win to put themselves on the map.
Yeah, absolutely insane shots coming out from the side of MDF. I mean, their players mechanically so very skilled. They really know how to shoot people on those sticks. That's just an incredible plays coming out from Hoverboard, especially in that round, securing their overtime match point now. But they're gonna need to get a win on this attack as Tiger Clan going for the same side yet again. The Karaoke and Ethereum. It proved that their defenses, their side setup, is very effective to counter the way MDF plays. And MDF, they're gonna need to do something special to win this out right now, or we're gonna see our maximum overtime. So that's gonna be quite interesting. But it does appear that MDF are gonna go for that black bush yet again. That they were a bit more successful than they were when they were pushing from the office side. But these frost mats coming out from Shizui, they're gonna need to watch out for those. But it's just gonna need to wait and see as team composition doesn't change that much from when they were attacking last time. Mind you, that was quite a while ago. That was a whole half ago. So maybe Tracker forgot some stuff. But Hoverboard,
The cutoff.
that's a good sign. Fergu taken out. That's a massive pick as the C4 is now off the board. Only one explosive left is that Yanis with that impact nade. Not gonna do much damage if thrown even in the face of an attacker. But yeah, that's a really good pick by MDF. Shizui still playing on those bottom black stairs. He might be able to take a pick here. Oh, come on!
No!
MDF, not expecting that. But Vario
Refrag
replying.
either, but Vario getting one.
No.
Shizui taking another. What a tragic situation. Both backs turned there. Goodness. Now one onto black stairs. They know there's one there. The nade getting prepped, trying to take one out from above. But information's outdated. No one's there anymore. Still anyone's around here. The barrage of nades incoming. Trying to see if they can take another here. But not seeing one right now. They still got 3 nades on the board. None connecting at this point. Dayuko on the main stairs, causing a little bit of trouble here. Another nade off. No damage yet from any of this barrage here. 1 minute and 23 seconds. And they know that they're playing the nade game right now and trying to be as cautious as possible to not give one up freely, as this is their last chance to take it to double overtime here. They are now moving to push up horizontally. Thorn's gonna go off. Jizuki gonna take some major damage from a nade. Now Dayuko too. Nade's finally getting some impact here, but still alive. And all it takes is one headshot here. Seeing some shots from below. They have an active ping on her. We can see a pick right here, but not before Dayuko gets just out. Not gonna be able to shoot her out, but displace her. That could be just enough. However, Hoverboard taking some good damage here. Nikon now pushing up, trying to get this final execute down with 33 seconds left on the board. They have to get moving. Taking a lot of damage. Izui just getting the impact for no damage on her end. Still alive. They cannot get rid of her. She is a pest. A thorn on MDF's side right now. And we'll see a triple kill from Shizui.
Oh my
and a
God.
headshot to Hoverboard, getting a 4K there. She is the menace that just will not die. As now we are on to final overtime. Double overtime here, folks.
I mean, Shizui just dancing around these bullets. That was incredible by him. I mean, he was on 1 HP. One stray bullet could have killed him, but he was just dancing around, not and avoiding the barrage of ammo that MDF was displacing into his area and getting those 2 crucial final kills. Really, really nice. Nicely done by him. As this final round, MDF are going to be in the defense. They are going to have just that little bit of advantage. We proved already that this map is quite defender side for both of these teams. But now Tiger Clan, if they want to get one more point, if they want to get those 2 points for winning in overtime, they need to get this attacking half, or MDF are going to secure their first win of the group stage. And now, as the timer runs out, we are going into the final 3 minutes of this incredible matchup, incredibly close. But this round decides everything for both of these teams. If who's gonna win and who is gonna still bag a point, but feel a bit defeated. I mean, they'll be literally defeated, but yeah, you get my point.
Absolutely. And yeah, it is do or die here. Room for error is none. Both teams having several opportunities to finish it out, but just not being able to. We've seen MDF almost come close to closing it out, but just hasn't managed to do that. And if any time's the time to do it, both teams having played this site extensively, now it comes out to adaptations, but Fergu's going to be able to get just through the soft wall, get that wall open. That is not the start that you want. And we'll see Shizui take off the board as well. Do they not have their setup ready? I don't know, but it's not looking too good here. The nade coming out, but we might see the swing before the pick. The nade comes out, not going to get any damage onto Nikon here. Some shots from the vert above, but Nikon's going to get taken out in turn, having that opportunity, but not going to pay off. However, Shizui with the double kill, or I'm sorry, Aine with the double kill onto Shizui. Now down to a 4v2 here. The impact coming in. The run out, not going to catch anyone. No. Aine getting eaten out. Even the numbers out just a little bit more. But slowly but surely losing that side control as Tracker Clan comes in fast and hard. Vario trying to go for another run out here. Just trying to even those numbers any way he can. Repel the momentum that Tracker Clan has going for them. At the moment, 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining. They still have plenty of time to push through this, but Vario and Aine are not giving them any grounds with the way that they've been moving up to this point. Slowing down just a bit. We've got one on the repel. Aine looking to take this swing onto double window. The nade starting to come out. Vario now full wided here, but I don't think Tracker Clan knows. There comes the peak as Aine is able to headshot Dayuko.
No
now a 2v2. It is all up to Vario and Aine to keep this up, or Yanis and Fergu to clear this out as they now push up to stairs. Some shots coming out. Aine taking some damage, gonna get caught out. Both of them get caught out as Vario and Aine take it back. MDF closely, barely, but just enough to get themselves a hard-fought victory for their win, with their first win of the qualifiers up to this point. Congratulations to MDF. This is your winning to take. Hard-fought indeed.
Oh, the 5v2! That was a 5v2 that they lost! Dragon Clan! Their start was incredible. They got those first 3 picks in just a matter of seconds, but they couldn't convert. I mean, props to MDF winning a 5v2. I mean, that's really well done by them. But still, oh come on, that was a second throw in overtime there, and I think the pressure coming out onto Tracker's shoulders there. Still, it's not as bad for them as it might have been to lose for MDF. MDF bagged those 2 points. Tracker Clan still get away with 1, but they won't be able to go and overtake Wii Sports on the top of their groups. After this matchup, of course, there's still quite a lot left to play for either team, and we're gonna see a bit of a shakeup here. But props to MDF for being able to clutch that out. I mean, it's incredible. 2v5, last round of overtime. That is incredible.
Yeah, barely winning that out. A well-deserved win. Both teams playing so close. But as far as that goes, up next, stay tuned as we got one more match for the night. Crown Zero versus Molotov Gaming. And with that, we're going to be going into intermission, and we will see you in just a bit.